energy is a story that is still being written. Let's continue writing it with less CO2.
So let's brainstorm. Why should we invest in Russia?
Because they have kubelas.
Shishkabobs.
After the meetings, you get to go sit in a banya.
And vodka.
And they beat you with branches.
They have babushkas.
What?
Grandmas? Babushkas?
Piroshkis. Good morning, Board of Directors. Today we have with us our expert panel on foreign investment for ascending innovations.
The software industry in the United States is a thriving industry. The general trend in the software industry is to move towards more efficient energy solutions. And Russia in the last few years has made lots of new national policies to revamp their high-tech industry. So we believe it is a good idea to move over there and take advantage of these benefits to see what opportunities they have for us, as well as taking advantage of cheap labor and other things that we'll talk about in our presentation to you today. Russia's cities are some of the most inefficient cities in the world, so we believe that implementing our smart grid there will help them as well as make it more profitable for our company. A lot of investors in the last years have been afraid to invest in Russia because of all the corruption and other high taxes and tariffs that go along with it. But we believe that we have found a safe and profitable and promising solution for you to take advantage of. To talk to you more about these opportunities and Skolkovo in general is Jenny.
Good morning. Our recommendation today for you is to take Ascending Innovations R&D development of smart grid software over to Skolkovo Center in Russia. Skolkovo is a school of management and innovation. It is a technological hub that is located in Russia where major companies such as IBM, Boeing, and Microsoft have invested very heavily. Skolkovo is a center that provides investors with numerous benefits such as tax cuts, cost savings, and special customs accommodations for foreign employees.
In fact, this past October, Arnold Schwarzenegger brought a number of Silicon Valley investors to Skolkovo to explore the opportunities there. He was so excited that he even was quoted saying, "The potential for growth is so extraordinary, it's like looking at a gold mine. All you've got to do is go in there and get it."
Well, if Arnold does it, we're going to do it too.
Will had a great point. As Jenny outlined before, there are numerous benefits for companies that invest in the Skolkovo program. These include tax and customs benefits for workers. So basically what the program will afford us is low rental fees. So we will be able to rent the facilities for our research and development center basically at cost. The Skolkovo program will also allow us to import our physical equipment without tariffs, or will also provide subsidies to compensate us for the tariffs. So basically we'll be renting our facilities very cheaply, and our transportation costs will be essentially non-existent. These tax breaks and subsidies are part of Skolkovo's special legal regime that's dedicated solely to the program, and the government implemented this to ensure that the scientists and the researchers could solely concentrate on their work and not have to worry about other outside factors. And now I suggest we switch over to Professor Nishanev of Skolkovo.
Sounds good, let's do it.
First of all, why Russia, especially Skolkovo? I'd like to give you one example. I graduated many years ago from Novosibirsk State University, and I have many friends at Novosibirsk State University. Many of them very talented and very successful mathematicians and software engineers. Just because they don't know English well, they cannot offer themselves to any kind of foreign companies. They are brilliant, but they cannot work abroad again because English. They cannot offer their services to any kind of foreign companies again because English difficulties. In case of Skolkovo, you can get a brilliant specialist, the best probably specialist in the world, to get together. You can select them and you can give them a job. Moreover, I'm sure that if employees in this area in Skolkovo can have a little bit higher than average compensation for their job, they will be happy. And this compensation in Skolkovo, in our country, can be 3 or probably 4 times or less than, for example, in the United States. So it is a very good way to outsource.
Thank you very much for the information. We found it to be very useful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Спасибо. Спасибо.
So to recruit young Russian minds, we plan to develop a relationship with the Moscow School of Management. The Skolkovo program is an MBA program at the Moscow School, and this will be perfect because their philosophy of learning is learning by doing. So students only spend about 4 months in the classroom, and the rest of their time in the program is devoted to real-life projects with companies from China, India, Russia, and the United States. We plan on offering a project to the Moscow program that involves students working in our Research and Development Center, and this will be perfect because we can observe how they work, and we can then handpick the students that we feel will fit our internship program best, and then invite them to participate in an internship program at our R&D center, and hopefully this will lead to us hiring brilliant young minds that will help take our project further. And now Will elaborate on the details of our workforce.
Thanks, Selena. So basically our plan is to move into Skolkovo with a team of about 5 to 10 of our own employees to start the research and development team. From there, we're planning on bringing in the creative minds and Russian experts on smart grid technology, so that way we can really start to innovate and come up with new ideas to get this thing off the ground. Right, so our breakdown of employees will be probably 1/3 of our own and 2/3 Russian. This is to prevent any possible corruption and stolen intellectual property. Although this should not be a major problem because Skolkovo is not government owned, so it's free from any possible government intervention. Rather, it is funded by private investors.
Hello, I'm Nikolai, president of Bank of Nikolai. Give me your money and I take care of it for you, no problem. It's so easy with online. I go on your computer, transfer from your bank to my Bank of Nikolai, then I put in my pocket. Left side, front pocket. Very safe in there.
Very safe.
So once our scientists and engineers are satisfied with the product that they've developed, Skolkovo also acts as a testing ground for these products. So we can implement it in Skolkovo and see how it works. Once we are satisfied with those results, then we can implement it on a wider scale into another Russian city to see how it works with a bigger population. Once we are satisfied with those results, then we can really start making money. Then we can move it into other Russian cities as well as think about expanding internationally. Since we already have a hub in Russia at this point, then we can easily expand into Asia or into Europe. And then once we're satisfied with that, then we can move it back into the United States and implement it here as well. I hope that you have found this presentation informative. We believe strongly that these incentives and opportunities that are presented at Skolkovo will be the best investment for our company into the future. It promises the highest return on investment as well as sustained profitability into the future.